Good morning, grade 4. I hope everyone is doing well. Today we will be starting a new topic, that is formal opinion letters, block 17. Now, block 17 is in your content book, volume 2, but the exercises are in volume 3 of your workbook. So do not get confused. For this block, you need to use volume 2 of your content book, whereas you need to use volume 3 of your workbook. Okay, so today we will be doing formal opinion letters. Today we will be discussing about the purpose and the audience. Why is these letters written and to who they are written. Okay, so let's go forward. Now I have some samples over here. Like we'll go through the samples and then we will find out who they are written to and why they are written. Okay, and what is the difference between a personal letter and a formal letter. Okay, so look at the first one. Dear Rachel, we were very pleased to hear about your scholarship exam result. You must have worked very hard. The second one is, Dear Sir, I am writing to you that there are many potholes on the street I stay on, which has given everyone a backache. Sample 3. Dear Ria, we had a lovely time in Paris. The Eiffel Tower at night and the cruise along the River Seine was a magical experience. We also went to Jewish Town and other little markets. Sample 4. Dear Madam, my name is Jenny. I am writing to ask you a few questions about a beginner swimming camp. When will it begin? Where will it be held? What will be the duration of the swimming practice session every day? Sample 5. To whom it may concern. My name is Ryan. I am writing because I think that children should not be allowed to speak in their mother tongue during school hours. Sample 6. Dear Raoul, I am writing to tell you about how much fun I had at my birthday party. I wish you could have attended the party as well. Okay, so these are 6 samples I've given you. Now let us find out the purpose of each sample. So the first one, Dear Rachel, we were very pleased to hear about your scholarship exam result. This is to congratulate someone. Okay, the purpose of sample 1 is to congratulate. The purpose of sample 2, okay, he's writing that there are many potholes, means there are many holes on the street, and it is because of this that everyone has a backache. So he's writing to complain. The third one, okay, she has gone to Paris and she has visited the Eiffel Tower and so many other places. So she is describing a trip. Sample 4, okay, is to inquire, because Jenny is writing a letter to inquire about the swimming camp. When it will begin, where it will be held, what will be the duration. So she wants information. So she's writing to inquire. Sample 5, okay, Ryan is writing because he feels that students should not be allowed to speak in their mother tongue. That means he is requesting to change the rule. Okay, and sample 6 to describe an experience, because over here Rahul is having a birthday party and he is telling you how much fun he had. Okay, so these are the purposes of the letter, or why the letter has been written. Now let's look at our next slide. Okay, now the next slide is whether the audience, okay, who is the audience, and does the writer know these people personally or he does not know them personally. So in the first one, if you notice, they have used Dear Rachel, okay, and the tone is also very friendly. So over here, whenever we use a person's name, it goes without saying that we know the person. Okay, the next one, okay, Dear Sir. Now usually when we do not know a person, we use sir. Okay, so over here the writer does not know the person personally. Next, again, Dear Ria, she is describing about her experience in Paris. The writer knows the person personally. In sample 4, again, Dear Madam, because he does not know the person, and Jenny wants to know what are the things that she needs to know when she joins the swimming camp. In sample 5 again, to whom it may concern. So over here he doesn't know the person personally. Again in 6, the writer knows the person personally because he has written his name. Okay, so usually whenever we know the person, we use their name. And if it is a personal letter, we will use their name. But if it is a formal letter, we do not use their name, and we usually use sir or madam. Now let's look at the next one. The next one, okay, type of letter. Is it a formal letter or is it a personal letter? So over here, dear Rachel, we are very pleased to hear about your scholarship exam results. You must have worked very hard. So the first clue is dear Rachel. The salutation, okay, mentions the name. That means it is a personal letter. You can see very simple language. Okay, so these tell us that it is a personal letter. The next one, dear sir, it is a formal letter because the person has written sir. You can see that the language is very formal, it's very short, it's to the point, and also that this letter, sample 2, okay, it is a formal letter. Usually formal letters, okay, are very crisp in language, okay, in the tone, and you will find the use of sir. In sample 3 again, it is a personal letter because you can see the name Ria, and she is describing her event. Usually we describe personal experiences to only people we know. Again 4, it is a formal letter because a person is asking someone the information to join the swimming camp. Sample 5, again the person does not know the person who he is writing to, so it is a formal letter. It is a letter requesting to change some rules. Okay, the tone is also very sharp, so this is a formal letter. Okay, and you can also see they are addressing it to whom it may concern. And the last one, okay, again dear Rahul writing to a friend, it's a personal letter, and you can see they're telling you about the birthday party. So you would tell information about your birthday party to someone you know. Okay, so it's very simple. Okay, to sum up, personal letters you write to people you know, formal letters you write to people you may not know personally. Okay, the language in personal letter is very free, it's full of emotion. Okay, you use dear and the person's name, whereas it's the opposite in formal letters. In formal letters, the language is very formal, the tone is formal, it's very short, and it's to the point. Okay, there are many other examples which I'll be telling you later on. So let's look at this sample. Okay, this is a sample of a formal letter, and we also have a personal letter. So you can see the salutation. Okay, one difference over here is the salutation. Dear sir, okay, over here we have addressed it to sir, over here we have addressed it to dear Maya. Okay, now whenever you write a formal letter, you will always address it to the person you are writing. For example, over here it's the curator, National Portrait Gallery. Okay, so over here you have addressed it to the person you are writing to, whereas over here we just write dear Maya, we do not write anything over here. Okay, the addresses remain the same. Okay, you will find over here the writing is very formal, it's very short, it's to the point. Over here, okay, you will find it's quite long, it describes a lot, it's very friendly. Okay, it's more on the personal type. Over here you will find yours faithfully. Okay, closing, yours faithfully. Over here usually we will write your best friend or your loving friend. Okay, so you can see there are lots of differences between a formal letter and a personal letter. As we go on, we will be doing it. Okay, as we go on, you will become more and more better at identifying this. So today's homework is S1. Okay, that is on page 5. You need to match the letter and their purposes. Okay, there are 3 letters. The introduction is only given, and you need to match it to why the letter has been written. Okay, now in question number 2, you have to imagine that you're writing a letter to the Prime Minister and one letter to your friend. So how would you write it differently? Now, Prime Minister, we do not know him personally, right? And your best friend, you know him personally. So what are the things that would change in your letter? So you can include things like your salutation. Okay, if you're writing salutation, definitely for the Prime Minister, you will address it as Sir, whereas for your best friend, salutation will become Dear and the person's name. Similarly, the tone of the letter, okay, would be very friendly if you're writing for your friend, whereas for the Prime Minister it would be very formal, right? The closing again, okay, Prime Minister, you would write yours faithfully or yours sincerely, whereas for your friend you will write your loving friend, isn't it? So these are some simple things that you would change if you are writing to the Prime Minister or your friend. Okay, and in question number 3, they have given you a letter and they're asking you why the letter has been written and who the letter has been written to. Okay, so you need to write that. So I think you'll be able to do today's worksheet. In case you have any doubt, you can just message me or you can give me a call. That's all for today. Stay safe and stay happy. Bye bye.